think I know what the fuck I'm doing right now, innit? Oh yeah. My attempt to not swear lasted what? 9 seconds? Bear with me, guys, bear with me. The microphone on. Got a bit of a mess off camera in my film studio. As per usual, it's chaos. How are we all doing? Hope you're having a good weekend. It's lovely weather in Swansea today. Put a hoodie on. And I put it on, by the time I walked to the train station, it was in my hand for most of the day then. Yeah, we are live, aren't we? I'm just going to do my usual checks, guys. Not sure if anyone's going to join in today. Because you're probably all out having barbecues, sunbathing, walking the dog, in the beer garden, shopping. Right, what was I tell you what, I'm looking forward to the boxing tonight. Wings of Redemption against that Boogie 2988. Oh my actual god. Boogie 2988. Oh, look at the picture it's taken. I'm looking at live. So I'm just going to check the audios, okay? One sec, guys. Wings of Redemption against that Boogie 2988. Boogie 2988. Yeah, so yeah, the boxing tonight. I got a feeling one of them's going to end, or both of them might end up in hospital. They're not athletic at all. And that Boogie he's nearly 50. Not 50 stone, he's nearly 50. The Angry Moose. Well, hello there. How are we doing, Angry Moose? How's your weekend going? What have you been up to? What games have you been playing? I got a right goodie bag to show you. Is the camera? Is my seat low or... Hang on, one sec. My camera's not right. Chris Richards, what's up? How are we, Chris? Did you go to Comic Con today, Chris? Or are you planning on going? Don't. If you haven't been, it was terrible. I'm just going to have a drink, guys. It's my day off. Cheat day and all that. I'm drinking the strong stuff today. Hey, Chris, I'm going to end up like die if I keep drinking this stuff, and I won't have any fucking teeth left. I'll put that down there out the way. I only have Coke once a day, once a week. So it's my, oh, that's a spoiler. That's a goodie bag that I've had. I can't believe that. There's some really good stuff in there. All eggs. Oh, Chris. Shouldn't laugh. Oh, that's brutal. Yeah, so I went there today. So there was Swansea. This is the programme for Swansea Comic and Gaming Convention. It was all right last year. But if I was to give them feedback, we'll talk about it a bit more in a bit, right? I wanted to go to support last year and this year. I like stuff like this coming to Swansea. So I wanted to support them. And the other reason I wanted to go last year, it was in our new arena, Swansea Arena. And yeah, so I wanted to check out the arena as well. It took them a long time to build it. So I was like, I was on a bit of a tour. And I thought, sorry, that's my hand. Yeah, I thought, my initial thought was it's too small to host something like this. And where they used to have it, I haven't been there since I was a kid, but it was a bit further afield out to Swansea. It's in Swansea, but it wasn't. It has quite a good location, but it was a bigger hall. It was in the Brangwyn Hall. So they brought it into this new arena, and then what I thought, oh great, they are having it in the arena and the sports hall of the leisure centre that's next door. And I will get to it, but they couldn't even do that right. Do you know what I mean? But yes, it was a shit show. It was It was crap. I'm embarrassed how badly organised this thing was, okay? But we'll talk a bit more about that. Chris, nah, didn't go. Was going to take the kids to see the Power Rangers, but ended up in Specsavers with the little one for an eye test. Oh, bless. There's the... To be fair, is it the woman, the bad guy? I wasn't really into Power Rangers, as I like you guys. No, the witch, main evil boss, bad person. She was there. Literally, not like in Swansea Comic Con where you got to queue up to see her. She was there, and she was great with all the kids. Yeah, she wasn't acting like a star or anything. Yeah, she was one of us, like, do you know what I mean? Yeah, so, yeah, she was there. I saw her. Didn't say hello, but there was loads of people making a fuss of her, and she was getting involved, you know? Hope the kids' eyes are okay. Chris Richards, yeah, the voice of Rita was there, was gutted. Oh, it's the voice, is it? I thought it was the woman. She had like those horn things, if I remember, from the adverts. Again, I wasn't really into the old Power Rangers. I nearly picked up a Power Rangers manga last week in HMV. It's Godzilla versus the Power Rangers. I thought, what a cool crossover that is. Didn't see that coming. I thought I'll probably get that cheaper on eBay. So I'm going to check that out. So maybe in my 40s, I'm 20, maybe 30 years too late. But I might get into Power Rangers because of Godzilla. We've got some Godzilla stuff to show you. So I got 2 online orders to show you. Let's get them in order. I've got an update on my Xbox One. And I've got a couple of games I bought. I went to CEX today. And did I buy anything in Comic Con? Now, there was an artist there. I was umming and ahhing. So my usual guys I hang around with. Shout out Luxton. I think he's got a gig. He's a photographer. So he's working today. He's got another gig tomorrow. So he couldn't come. And shout out my imaginary friend Chris. Not Chris is in the chat. He's gone to watch Arsenal. I think Aston Villa are playing Spurs, aren't they? I forgot to check how they're doing, actually. So he's gone up to watch that. And there's a train strikes as well today. So the reason I wanted to go today is there was a Street Fighter artist. I'm a big fan. Jason Cardy. And they say never meet your heroes. And that saying was right today. You should never meet your heroes because he's a prick. Anyway, we'll get to that. Maybe that's a bit harsh, but I'm not impressed at all. How did my day start? I was umming and ahhing whether to go or not. And I was going on my own. But I knew I'd bump into someone because it's my hometown. So I was going to go with maybe meet one of the boys I used to work with. Bumped into him last year there. Shout out Luke. But need to change my phone contract, I think. My internet's run out. As if I'm a kid again, innit? So I got no internet on my phone. So I messaged him through Instagram, my mobile number. I got a message saying I'm in the queue. I replied. Didn't hear anything. Couldn't see him in there or anything. And when I walked through the door, when I got home, like half hour ago or something, loads of messages start coming through. So sorry, Luke, I missed you. I think there might have been a delay. He was probably messaging me, I'm in the queue. And I'm replying like an hour later or something like that. And I kind of queued up twice, but I didn't mind. Quite a funny story, actually. Okay, so how did my day start? I woke up. I slept, opened my eyes, went for a wee. Let the dog out the back. Not going to go into that much detail. I had a poo. No, sorry. I did have a poo, actually. I won't. Should I go into detail? No, I won't go into detail. Yeah, so I thought, I'll go. But there was a couple of obstacles. This isn't Comic Con's fault, Swansea Comic Con. There's a rail strike again, so... but there were trains running, but it was only certain ones. I think it was the smaller trains that go from Cardiff to Swansea or Swansea to Cardiff. So the bigger trains weren't running. So instead of like 3 an hour from Leith, where I live, to Swansea. There was 1 hour, so the trains were 3 times as busy as they normally are. So it was a test for my anxiety, and I was early. I got to be early. Again, I know how my mental health works, so I don't want to walk onto a train platform when it's really busy. And didn't help that I had my hoodie on. I had shorts and stuff on, but I had pants and socks, trainers, shorts, a belt, t-shirt and a hoodie, and a hat. That's what I had on. Pazman 90, Tony, how are you? I'm all right, man. I'm about to tell my story of Comic Con and show off my pickups. I'm doing my usual chatty build-up to it. So I haven't really missed anything. It's just me rambling. So I got on the train. My anxiety was quite high, I got to be honest. It wasn't the best, but it was so busy on there. I'm quite proud. It was so busy, I couldn't get into the carriage. That's how busy it was. So I had to stand. And yeah, I was okay. I was controlling my breathing. It proves that some of the exercises I've learned from my counselling, that's over a year ago now, is working. Access Area 6, hi Tony and everyone. Yeah, how are we? Don't worry, we haven't missed anything. I'm just doing my usual rambling. Got to Swansea and I headed basically straight for Comic Con. I got there around about 11 o'clock. Pazman 90, did you pick up the pre-order of the new Hori fight stick yet? Lol. I haven't gone any further with that fight stick yet, but I pretty much have made my mind up. I don't think it's going to be as good a stick as my Victrix Pro, but it's probably this is a fantastic fight stick as well. This is my Hayabusa. It's probably going to be an improved version of this. So do I need one? No. This works on the PS5. Am I going to get one? Hell yes. I'm getting one. I don't care. Sod it. The week I've had in work, I've earned it. Put it that way. And I didn't spend nowhere near as much money as I normally would have. I'll get to that anyway. Yeah, so I headed straight for Comic Con. And another guy I used to work with, shout out Ricky, he was in town and very nice of him. He got me a leaving present, and when I handed my notice in work, my last job, I didn't go back. I fully intended on going back, but I wasn't well. I thought I'll have a couple of days off, and then there was developments, so I didn't go back. And he very nicely got me a leaving present, right? And I had an idea what it might have been, but I was not expecting what he got me, okay? So I sent him my mobile number as well. But again, there's like a delay in when I'm getting my messages and stuff like that. So I just headed for the arena, joined the queue. There was a medium-sized queue there. I calmed down by then, my anxiety, I was fine. And it would have been much easier if I was with someone I knew, but I wasn't. But it was nice. There was stuff going on. Temperature wasn't too hot. And then I nearly got to the arena. Then my phone started ringing. It was Ricky. I'm supposed to be meeting him, but I sent him my thing. It wasn't like a dead cert that I was meeting Ricky. He said, where are you? He was in Swansea for the morning, and he'd brought my leaving present. So he said, I'm by Primark. I said, I'll go there. I'm in the queue. I'm about to go in. So I jumped out of the queue. No problem. I hadn't paid or anything. I went to meet him. I got the Primark, and he'd come. There's a new footbridge. It's a lovely look. A lot of people hate the footbridge. I like the footbridge. I'm a fan of it. Any new developments come into my hometown, I support it, So basically, I went one way. He went under the bridge the other way. So it would be better off if I just stayed there, kind of thing. So I saw Ricky. Shout out to Ricky. Chris Richards, it looks more like a crunchy. Yes, I know it's very modern, isn't it? If you don't know what the bridge looks like, Google Swansea Arena. I'm a fan of it, I am, and it's got all very futuristic. It gives me, it would fit in, the video game Deus Ex, it'd fit into that universe. That's the way I look at it. I think, I'm in Deus Ex world. And that part of Swansea is very up and coming. I'm impressed with what they're doing, so I met up with Ricky, and everything in this bag is from Ricky. Right, Ricky as well. Before we go any further, I'm going to do a shout out on what I thought he'd got me. He has got me. Okay. Now Ricky is he was in my last job. Okay, very good worker. He's also the owner of he set up a business called Nostalgic Rick's Framed Retro Comics. I think I have briefly spoke about him. It's a very good idea what he does. He buys comics, like old vintage comics, newer comics, and I do it as well. I've got a couple of comics. If you see my games room tour, some people buy a comic and store it away, look after the comic, no problem, but they're not enjoying it while it's away in storage. They got to go through and unbox it or whatever, and it's sealed thing. Then they can enjoy it. I like to, same thing, but it's in a picture frame. I can enjoy the cover art, and it's being looked after. It's going to be mint up on my wall kind of thing. So what Ricky does is he frames comics, like the old football ones, the Street Fighter ones. I got a couple of comments. Hum along if you can't sing along. I did nothing wrong and everything correct. How's your cat, mate? Sorry, how are you about your cat? I'm really sorry. I'm a big lover of all animals. Hope you're okay. Big ups, Tony. You're going to be watching the boxing later. Wings of Redemption against Boogie 2988. Yeah, pets are a member of the family, aren't they? Like, it's just me and my dog in my house, And it's a sad thought, but if anything was to happen, it'd break my heart, Just going to have another drink. Look, listen. I did, in the press conference, I liked one of the things. Boogie said he's going to put on his gloves. Look here, listen. So he's going to go, look here, listen, the kind of thing. I thought it was funny. I think he's going to have a heart attack. I really do. Apparently, he's out of breath, walking up the stairs and stuff, Hum along if you can't sing along. Thanks for asking, Tony. I'm just trying to get through each day as best as I can. Yes, yeah. That's all you can do, isn't it? Wins in round one, yeah. They're not, let's be honest, if it's like it's 3-minute rounds, they're not going to the third round, are they? Either of them. Do you know what I mean? They'd be sitting down at the end of the first round, and I'd be very impressed if both of them can get back up anyway. So check out Ricky's business. It's still a new business, but it's a very good idea. I do like it. I have supported it on GoFundMe as well. I think if you see this video, Ricky, first of all, shout out Ricky. Thanks for the gift. I'll show you what he's bought me. It's a right goodie bag. It is, okay. It's very thoughtful. Maybe comment with your business name. I don't think YouTube lets you do a link to your GoFundMe if it's still open. But yeah, let us know about it. Wings of Redemption wins round one. Sorry, hum along if you can't sing along. No, they will be gassed after one round. Yeah, exactly. They're not built for boxing. Okay, so everything in here. So he got me a Snoopy bag. Okay, now I thought he was gonna give me a framed Street Fighter comic. When I heard he'd gone to the trouble to get me a leaving present, that's where my head instantly went to. So that is in here, but that's full. That's full of other goodies, right? And I was reading one of the things on the way home. It's great. Right, I'll just go no particular order. He knows I'm a Godzilla fan. That's Godzilla 98. I like the movie. It's not the best Godzilla film. Some people don't consider it. And it's not the Godzilla because he looks so different. The 2014 Godzilla is miles better American Godzilla, but this had one of the best adverts of any movie. Do you know when they had the it's like in a school trip in a history museum, and they got the Tyrannosaurus Rex there. It's like a dig at Jurassic Park, isn't it? So they had the biggest predator of all time kind of thing, and then Godzilla's foot just comes through the ceiling and steps on it. I was like, I need to see that film. There was they must have spent millions on campaigns. Even I think it was Burger King in the UK. You used to have like Godzilla burgers and stuff like that. Oh, I loved it. I was all about this movie when it came out. And it's one of my favourite soundtracks as well. So yeah, thank you for that, Ricky. I will get a frame for that and get that up. Then he got a couple of mangas. I've never heard of this one. High Rise Invasion. Looks pretty cool. Now, it's a big chunky one. It's about the same size as Daigo the Beast, but I've no idea what it's like. So I'll have a little read through, and it looks like there's a few volumes in this. So I'm always on the lookout for new manga, you know. What else? Batman Arkham Asylum for the Xbox 360. Now I can't remember. I got this for the PS3. I think originally I might have played it on the Xbox. I can't remember. I know back when this came out, I had the PS3 and the Xbox. The Xbox 360, you know. So yeah, that was in there. What's this? Might be some more stuff I didn't even see. 2 frames, picture frames. I can't remember if there was pictures that size in here, but I know for a fact I've got Street Fighter 3 cards. They'll fit perfectly in there with really nice artwork on them. So yes, they'll go. They'll be in good use. But you can either have them on the wall, or it's got those arm things. So maybe they might go like, they'll fit nice on my shelving, you know, and they can move around or whatever. Yeah. So again, it is a proper goodie bag, right? Very thoughtful. Thank you, Ricky, so much. I'll save that till the end because that's my favourite thing in there. Another manga. Dragon Ball. This is volume 7. Haven't got into the Dragon Balls, but it's good to just have a read. I know it's not volume 1, but it's cool to just jump in and have a little read to see. I'll be able to tell after reading that, is it for me or not, you know? And this might get me back into that 100 mile an hour fighting game I got, Dragon Ball Fighters. Yeah, so that. Chris Richards, Arkham series is amazing. I 100% agree. I think that's my favourite one, Arkham Asylum. I'm going to revisit City, is it? Because I didn't like the fact, I'm driving a Batmobile. I don't know what, it wasn't what I wanted, another Arkham Asylum, but it was City, and I didn't like the car for some random reason. Looking back, I said, why don't I like the car? That's cool as F, like, do you know what I mean? So I'm definitely going to get back into it. Maybe I'll play that. Text message. Why did you do that? It's pretty good. Oh, that's someone's just text with a boy. One of the boys is supposed to be meeting at Comic Con. The Angry Moose. I have the Simple Jamiroquai. Oh, the single. Sorry, I can't fucking read a thing. I have the single Jamiroquai. Did for that film somewhere. Deeper Underground. Back in the day when I used to buy CD singles. Yeah, that's on the album. I got the album. They had the Puff Daddy, Come With Me, Heroes, and Jamiroquai. They're the big 3. Who sang Heroes? David Bowie, Heroes. That's my favourite David Bowie song as well. Chris Richards, yeah, City was great, but the series lost something. Arkham Knight and all that driving. Yeah, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. What else did Ricky get me? It was awkward. I was going through it, and where we were standing, it was quite. There was another Comic Con going on in the background, and it was like some kind of religious festival. I'm not sure what it was. Do you know? I don't know what it is. Do you know those people that ring bells and they wear funny like not strap-ons. Yeah, they wear strap-on dildos with bells. No. not, they got like the bell things and they do a dance or something, and the women dance on a pole, not pole dancing, with like ribbons. I think it was one of those kind of things, and Comic Con. And I think because it was right next to the leisure centre, there was people with the Comic Con lanyards getting involved, and I think they thought it was part of Comic Con with it. Morris dancing, that's it. Yeah, I think there was a bit of that going on. David Hodges, afternoon, enjoying this beautiful day, everyone. Yes, it is lovely out there, do you know what I mean? Thanks for watching this. When you could be outside enjoying the weather. It is a lovely day, I gotta be honest. You got me paper? This paper was to protect something, so that's what I grabbed. This was, Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition poster, and I didn't want to open this there and then because I didn't want to blow away, and the road where we were is quite a busy road. I think it's Oystermouth Road. Someone could have run over something. So we'll do a check this out. What's the new one for the Nintendo Switch? Ooh. I love this game on the 3DS. Oh, that's pretty funky, if you can see that. Camera does it justice. One amazing series. I've only played like the DS one, or the 3DS one. There. It's easy to find because it's in that black. In the UK, we had it in the black case. They're massive games as well, and there's 2 or maybe 3 of them, I think. That is a game, if I get a Nintendo Switch, I'm definitely going to be getting that game. Or it does make me want to get a Wii U. Nintendo. Pardon me, Wii U. I got all gas in me now because I've been drinking that Coca-Cola. What else? Oh, there's 2 in here. I didn't even know that. Nice. You all know how much I love Akira. Yeah, so I saw that and I thought, awesome. Maybe that's what the frames are for, maybe. It's about that size. Ricky, thank you so much if you get around to watching this. I can't get enough Akira. I've watched it again this week. It's on, if you've never seen it, it's on Netflix. Why can't we have bikes like that already? Do you know what I mean? Oh, so cool. It's nice when someone goes and buys stuff, and I haven't seen any of this. Okay, maybe I've seen Batman Arkham Asylum in the wild, but none of the other stuff I've seen, What is in here? Oh yeah, this we looked at, but I couldn't really see it because it's quite dark, so I'll open it. Again, I didn't want to open it on the side of the road, It's got the bubble wrap on it. I know it's Star Wars. So it's Star Wars Certificate of Authenticity. And is it the cells? Oh wow, it's Return of the Jedi. And it's this is a slippery slope, this is. It'd be cool. Oh, you can see it. I don't know if you can see it there. Maybe if I turn it round. It's got the Emperor. I don't know if it's going to pick up. It's probably not picking it up, is it? But I can see it with the light on the back there. So on this side is the Emperor at the end when he's in his throne on the Death Star. And this is when Luke is on with the Ewoks telling Leia that he's basically the brother and sister. We've been making out all this time. We've been shagging. But we're brother and sister. But we can continue shagging. Is that the version? Am I remembering the right version? I can't remember. What else? This is what I thought he was going to get me. Obviously, I didn't know which one. So this is a Street Fighter. This is the kind of stuff he's going into business doing, okay? So how cool does that look? It's one I haven't got. It's a Loot Crate exclusive. So he's very clever. He must have known I didn't have this. Street Fighter Hyper Looting. So you've got Rainbow Mika there. Vega, obviously Guile and Bison. So I will open it up and have a read of it. But that looks pretty cool. That's going to look nice on the wall, that is. I think I'm going to have to... Yeah, I've got like a I'm running out of room, but I'll make room for that. That's because it's not so big. That can fit. I got about 5 or 6 options where to put that. Yeah, I really do like that. Thank you very much, Ricky. Do I have a comment? David Hodges, did you check on the Street Fighter 6 pre-order? Looking forward to the unboxing. No, I haven't. I wish twice now I've been into the town centre where the game is. I can see the voucher. It should be okay. I'm not sure if I'm on holidays next weekend or not. I'm off, but I don't know if I'm going. I'll either do it next weekend or the weekend after. I'm quite confident though. The more I know it's my my mental health telling me everything is going to go wrong, but because she had it up on the screen, the girl working there, and I was saying, yes, it says PS5 version on my receipt. And I said, it's definitely the Mad Gear box. She goes, yeah, it's got the picture of it there. So, I know, it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine, you know. Yeah, that picture's it. Yeah, everything's really cool, isn't it? What else? I think this was... I think a picture or something must have been in there. There's my chocolate bar wrapper. Doom Eternal pin badge set. Love me some Doom. I'm not very good at this game. I'm going to, on my Amazon, I'm watching, I love my like geek kind of baseball caps. It's a really cool Doom Eternal one I'm watching on there. I might just pull the trigger on that actually. So maybe put some of these badges on there, you know. Oh, there's Ricky now. No worries, Tony. Nice to see you. Hope you enjoyed the comics, then. The Comic Con. No, I didn't. I'll get to that. I'll get to that. Yeah, so that Ricky just joined the chat, guys. If you just joined us, Ricky, put your business name. I did give you a shout out. I'm not sure if your GoFundMe, because it's a new business that you're setting up, you know. So yeah, definitely go check that out, guys. Yeah, so that's my PIM badges. And I was reading this on the train. This is awesome, right? Now, where's the date on it? July 1993. So my birthday's in July. So I would have been 12 when this came out. But it's got like almost, if it had Street Fighter on there, it'd be 3 of my favourite franchises of all time. This has got 2 of my favourite. So you've got Akira and Godzilla. What an amazing magazine this is. £1.95 it would have been. You get a lot for your money back then, didn't you? Look how thick that is. And basically, right, from what I can tell, it's got Godzilla at the beginning. Okay. But from what I can remember... Oh, Battle Angel Alita. My God, I didn't realise it was that old. Yeah, this is brilliant. It's got Gundam there as well. But it's got basically the start, from what I can tell, of Godzilla, Return of Godzilla, or Godzilla. Came out in 1984 in Japan, and the American was 1985. It's basically the opening of that. So the only time you see Godzilla, I think, is just his eye. Yeah, that is he is awake kind of thing on the bottom. So that's Godzilla's eye. But if you've seen the film, it's where they find the boat that's abandoned, and it's kind of an homage on Shin Godzilla. But do you know those like massive bug things that come off Godzilla? Quite creepy actually. You find the dead body, and those huge, look how big they are. That's at the start of that Godzilla. So it's like that. It's just the start of it, okay. And then it's got Akira. So this is the one I'm halfway through reading, but it looks like it's a sequel. I'm sure Akira starts off the same with the bomb, but this is set later on, from what I can tell. That's not the start of, from what I can remember anyway, of the books, you know. So yeah, I'm going to enjoy that as well. Yeah, so that is the start of the show. That is awesome. Really, really good stuff. So Manga Mania. Never knew it was a thing. I don't know if it's still going or anything. But yeah, I'm really going to enjoy that. So thank you very much for all of that, Ricky. And a Snoopy bag. And there's another bag inside. It's a Just For You bag. Hey, yeah, happy days, happy days. Right, so my day went off, no panic attack on the train. I went to Comic Con. I had a practice queue. Then I went to meet Ricky. Went back to Comic Con, and I was wondering what was going on. Like the queue would go down and then stop, and when you get towards the front, you're looking around like, what's going on? There's no one. They're not letting anyone in. My theory is, right, you know, like nightclubs, one out, one in kind of thing. No, when it's too full. It looked like that. So they were letting, like, when 10 people leave, they were letting in 10 people. So like in groups, then stop, then groups, then stop. And I was like, oh, okay. So that tells me the venue, I know they got health and safety stuff, but I've been to London Comic Con 5 times. They don't do that there. The queue is going down at a slow pace, but it's constant. Going down, going down, going down, going down. Really well organised. You know, the venue in the Olympia can host the amount of tickets that they've sold. Granted, I was just turning up. I was paying on the door, you know. I paid £15 to get in there. And it was a complete waste of money, I got to be honest. But it's told me not to go back. I will not go back to Comic Con. Unless they fix a lot of these issues, okay? So, go in, great, I had a look around. There was Daleks stood out, there was 2 Daleks. I thought, yeah, okay. It's funny because there's a daughter and a father, I'm assuming, behind me. And the father was like, oh, wow, look at that Dalek. And she had no idea what the Dalek was. And there was the furries is a big thing. There was loads of, wow, look at that one, look at that one. I was like, oh, okay. So I recognised half of the cosplayer things. So I enjoy stuff like that. So I went in and it was carnage in there, right? There needs to be like a place to hang out. So there's like, if I see if I can find like it on a map or something like that. So yeah, say that's the main floor. There you are. So like you go in, whatever way you go in, and you look at the stalls, you work your way around, yeah? Like in a supermarket. But then imagine being in a supermarket where everyone's just stopping, hanging around. And I'm a big guy. But I was a skinny rake compared to 96.7% of the people in there, right? If they all went upstairs into the spectator bit, I 100% guarantee you it would have fallen down. They were sumo wrestlers everywhere. Okay, so imagine 5 or 6 sumo wrestlers in every single aisle in Tesco's on Black Friday. There's going to be carnage. Do you know what I mean? So that was my first issue. And then I thought, okay, I was looking, there was nothing for me really. There was Retro Stash from Talbot were there. They were the first, they had the best spot, I gotta be honest. The first one you see as you go in the main entrance, they were there. They looked busy. I didn't need to look there because I pretty much got everything from there that I need. Mind you, the last time I went there, they were closed. So, don't know what happened there. Then, so I thought, I don't need to check that out. It was too busy anyway. So carried on. There wasn't really anything I wanted. I saw that woman from... she voice actor then, is it, Chris? From Power Rangers. She came across as a lovely lady. I mean, she didn't come across as a star, but I probably wouldn't have recognised her. But behind her, there she had all the pictures, like posters and stuff, like they all had. And they're like, oh yeah, I remember her. And she's aged really well. She's, you know what I mean. Right. So but one of the reasons I wanted to go, the reason I wanted to go, right, is his name is Jason Cardy. He's a Street Fighter artist. He does a lot of the colouring. So a lot of artists, some artists specialise in the drawing, and there's other artists specialise in the colouring in. So I share a lot of mainly Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, or mainly Street Fighter, I gotta be honest, or King of Fighters artwork. And I always credit the artists. and sometimes it says artwork by this person, colours by this person, okay? So I knew this Jason was going to be there, okay? He doesn't share a lot on Instagram, but his work is really good, okay? He does really good Chun-Li, Ryu. So he was in the far corner, and any place like this, right? I've got like a radar, okay? I can spot Street Fighter a mile away, okay? And I saw Street Fighter, boom. Chris Richards, yeah, she did the voice, and it was a Japanese actor for the Japanese footage with American actor doing the American stuff. Right, okay. But it looked like the woman. It looked to me like the woman. No, she had all the like get up and all on. It looked like her. So maybe it was the Japanese actress was there, or I don't know. I'd have to look into it. I'm not sure. So yeah, this Jason card, he was there, and there wasn't many people at his thing, and he had basically an average size table. He had colour prints, and they're on A3, £10 each, signed. I thought, oh, bargain. So there was first one, Ryu, I'm definitely buying that one. Another Ryu, I'm definitely buying that one, that's 20 quid. There was Chun-Li, wasn't colour. I was definitely buying. Basically all the Street Fighters. It was either 4 or 5 Street Fighters. The other thing he had was artwork. Do you know the slip-on sleeves for the games for Street Fighter 6? I thought, how cool will that be to have his artwork, his own cover art on my Street Fighter 6. I'm going for the Mad Gear Collector's Edition box anyway, but I could be one up again and add his artwork. I couldn't see a price, but they must have been for sale because he had quite a few of them there. And I was there, I was like, okay, I'm going to buy that one, I'm going to buy that one. Yes, loved it. And the other artwork he did was Transformers. I think in the portfolio he had, he only had just Transformers or Street Fighter. Obviously, I'm about the Street Fighter, okay? And it would have been, I think, 40 or 50 quid just on the artwork. However, if he said £10 for the game cover art, take my money. I noticed he had a card machine there, but he was talking to this bloke. Yeah, so we went glamping, and yeah, it was really good, and I'd never been before, and I was standing there thinking, okay, and I'm trying to make eye contact with the guy, because this other guy, I think, was another artist, or so. He knew the guy. You could tell he knew the guy. They're having a catch-up, okay? But I'm thinking, I want to buy a few things off you, please. I do want to be rude, do you know what I mean? I was standing there. I was about 3 or 4 minutes. Probably felt like longer, but I wasn't there that long because I was happy looking at his amazing artwork, okay? Whatever happens, I don't like the guy now, but his artwork is amazing. I'm not going to say it's not, because it is really, really good, okay? And I'm not sure if it's him that does the artwork and the colouring. I think he might just be the guy that does the colouring. I don't know. But the pictures were colour, and they would look sick in the games room. I got to be honest, I probably got too much artwork now anyway. But I would have had them up or around the house. I would have I will make space for all my artwork, okay? So I thought, I'll come back. I'll have do another lap. Even when I go to London Comic Con, that's ginormous, that is, okay? I do at least 2 laps before I really buy anything. So no worries, I'll come back. So I did a full lap again, past all the sumo wrestlers. Sumo wrestlers. Excuse me. And you expect to be pushed and shoved and stuff like that. And imagine, the other thing as well, imagine sumo wrestlers with massive backpacks on, like parachutes on, do you know what I mean? And like, oh wow, look at that. Like, you think I'm a geek, right? Imagine me, 5 times as big, and my geek thing turned up to 11. That's what you're dealing with here, do you know what I mean? Oh my God, it's the best Funko Pop of all time. And it was like, what the hell? So I don't know how long it took me to do another complete lap. And so basically I confirmed there was nothing else there. I did try to look at some video games, PS1 games. Maybe there's something wrong with the way I look, because I was looking at the PS1 games like this, And then the person opened a case, was serving another customer, and just plonked the case lid, like literally where was like my finger was. I was like, oh, right, okay, I'll just go then. But that wasn't the end of the world, okay? Because my head was thinking, I'm just wasting time now. So I'll go back to that Jason Cardy's stand or stall. So I went back and that guy was still there. And then he's like, yeah, and then I fell over. But when I fell awkward. And my hands were like, and I was looking at him. So I thought, right, what I'll do, I get my debit card. I'll have it in my hand like that. Like literally, hello, like almost waving money. If I had cash on me, I would have had it like a fan, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 quid. And just waiting like that or made it obvious. But I was kind of had my card like that. And I was trying to make eye contact with him. He did look at me. Then looked away kind of thing. And I was like, damn it, he's not interested. So, I don't get it though. If you don't like the look of someone, I know this guy, you haven't seen your mate for ages or something, but are you there? Because I was talking to Ricky about it, right? About maybe next year he could have a stall there or something like that, you know, with his business. I think he would do well there. But the amount of money... And there's a lot of hoops to jump through to get to have a stall there. You got, I don't know, tax. It's not as simple as I'll just pay however much it is. It's probably other things you've got to take into consideration. But getting a card machine, so you've got to jump through all these hoops. Surely the plan is, or the reason you're there, is to sell your stuff to customers. So when there's customers in front of you, I'm sorry if I'm sounding like a Karen at the moment, right? But it was wrong, because I would consider myself the top 5% Street Fighter fans in the world. I mean that, okay? I can't get enough of it. But for me to walk away from fantastic artwork and that Street Fighter 6 cover, he's doing something wrong. Do you know what I mean? I put money on, I was the biggest Street Fighter fan that was there today. Do you know what I mean? And if he had other stuff behind there, I've also got this. You know, I've just had a big promotion in work. I would have gone, take my money. There's my card. What I would have. Do you know what I mean? And he had nothing. I know other people would have gone there. I know he's probably, well, whoop-de-doo kind of thing. So I did another lap and I thought, oh, I'll go and check out the other building. So there was too much cramped and it was the game inside. So I thought, oh, right, okay, maybe there'll be arcade machines or something like that. It wasn't. It was there's a Warhammer, the board games and stuff like that. So it was basically next door. So it was all new. It's lovely what the I don't know, it's the council or whatever contractor's done it. They've done a really, really good job in there, okay? So I walked along, beautiful weather, and you could see they give us... oh, have I lost it? Oh, no, it's in there. These stand out quite a bit, you know. So you can see a load of people walking around with these lanyards on, you know. That's quite nice, actually, got to be honest. That's probably the best thing I had in Comic Con. So I paid 15 quid for a lanyard and a free program. Yeah, do you know what I mean? So I thought I'll have a look. Okay, so it's not a total write-off yet, I thought. I'll go check out what's across the road or opposite. And it was very confusing. I ended up in that, what was it called again, Chris? Morris Dancing Convention. Do you know what I mean? And now a fully fledged Morris dancer. Yeah, so we were there, but I wasn't the only one there. It was a load of these red lanyards. And it was like, a lot of people like were looking at me, then looking away. And we were all like looking, does anyone know where to go? There was didn't know what was going on kind of thing. So then it's in the leisure centre. So I went in the leisure centre. And then it's there, and it's like swimming lessons, Speedo goggles, and it's like, well, where'd you go? There's no one, there's so much staff and volunteers in the other bit, in the arena. You're bombarded with staff and stuff, and there's no one there. It's just leisure centre stuff, and, you know, they're all busy, they're understaffed or whatever, you know. So I saw then either an A4 or an A3 stuck on a random door at the back with like, oh, might have been one of them. Just stuck on a door. So it was like, maybe it was A3, I don't know. So I thought, oh, I'll have a look through there then. It looked like a cleaner's cupboard or something. Of course, that's how you get to the sports hall. So open the sports hall, really high ceiling, much better lighting. I thought this is more like it. Half full though. Do you know what I mean? And this is where they must have put the cheap seats. Do you know what I mean? The people. There was tables for the gaming, so that's why the lighting probably needed to be better. But this is where like they must play football, basketball. It's a typical large sports hall, you know. Much better temperature. Literally half full. Most of the stalls I did a lap. There was Judge Dredd, caught my eye, but they must do these. I'm not sure if it's in Warhammer. I know those like Hero Quest. I used to play with the figures, but I never used that kind of thing. You see these game workshop stores around. There's one or two in Swansea. Yeah, and it was like a waste of space. So I would put all the stalls in there. That's where it needs to be, you know, not cram everyone in this lovely new arena that is too small for what they're trying to squeeze in there. Do you know what I mean? Because again, there's a lot of big guys there. It was a sumo wrestling convention. Then it was a Comic Con, I think. They should sort of call it Sumo Con, I think. I didn't realise there's that many fat people in Swansea. I gotta be honest, I felt pretty good walking around there. And I'm a big guy, but I felt like Mr. Fit. Do you know what I mean? Walking around there. Excuse me, skinny guy coming through. But yeah, and then I thought, shall I go back a third time? Let's see if that Jason guy's finished his glamping story. But I thought I couldn't be bothered. So I give it a 1 star. I know they're trying, but they haven't quite got it right. It's not fair to compare it to the London Comic Con because that's been going a lot longer. But unless there's something that shows me it's going to be run a lot better. Oh, there was a double-decker bus as well. It was just parked there. They had some gaming thing, but it wasn't very inviting looking, so I left that as well. Right. Then I thought I didn't want to waste the day. It wasn't a way because I saw my old friend Ricky as well, and look at all the stuff he got me. So I went to check out CEX. There was a couple of games maybe I would have bought depending on condition. I have actually got 2 online orders as well. So I'll do the online orders very quickly then. I picked up, this was from Amazon, Halo Wars 2. Okay, this was £6.49. I went to Swansea last week and CX are showing it was £4 in CX. Obviously pre-owned, but we couldn't find it. And they're still showing it in stock. So that's gone missing. But yeah, the reason I wanted to buy a brand new game is to test my Xbox One. It wasn't loading Halo 5. And the disc looked brand new. So I thought, the Xbox is a problem with the Xbox kind of thing. Access Area 6. Is there a way of giving feedback about the Comic Con? I don't know. It's a shame. My criticism, I'd like it to be constructive feedback. I don't know if I'm the target audience anymore, you know. I'm too thin. I'm a skinny. I'm a rake. I don't know. It needs to be a big. I don't know if there's a survey or something like that I see, I'll fill it in. Put it that way. That's a good idea. That is, because I'd like us. The more successful things like that are, the more things it will be. Like it cost me less than £4 on the train to get there. Where can you imagine? Imagine people coming from Bristol or further afield, to that. Do you know what I mean? Unless they were there for the sumo wrestling, Morris dancing convention, then they would have been pleasantly surprised. I'm sure I saw E Honda there. I should have asked him for his autograph, shouldn't I? Anyway, right. So yeah, Halo Wars 2. The reason I got that was because I think my Xbox One is a bit temperamental. So at first it said it's the wrong disc, and I was like, that's a brand new disc. Come on. And then I literally ejected it, put it back in, didn't wipe it, and it worked. So I thought, okay, this took ages to install. And then once it's installed, straight away, I thought, well, I didn't even turn the Xbox off. I put Halo 5 in, and it installed. So I haven't even touched that game yet, because I'm about halfway through Halo 5. I'll do an update on my thoughts and impressions on that tomorrow on my weekly what I've been playing, watching, and reading video, okay? But yeah, that's one of my pickups. And the other thing came today. Just about to leave to catch my train, and this came through the door. And Ned didn't even know there was a Guilty Gear game on the DS. So Guilty Gear, it's called Dust Strikers. I'm sure they wanted to call it. They wanted to call it Guilty Gear DS. So they thought, what can we DS stand for? And they went Dust Strikers. I thought, do you know what I mean? So yeah, it was £10. And I watched it, and the seller, and it's £10 in CX, and the seller done me a deal, £8 free postage, and I think I bought it Wednesday night after work, and it arrived today, so can't fault the service. I think it was Royal Mail. It is CIB. I haven't played it yet, but the thing with Guilty Gear series, right, they're always trying new things. I don't like the way they've gone with Strive, because Xrd Rev 2 is light years ahead when it comes to like the fun of a fighting game. But it's like platforms, so it does use both screens. So it's like a platform. At first I thought, is it like Smash Brothers kind of thing? It's not. It's a fighting game on platforms. You can jump up. I love the look of it. The more I was watching on YouTube, as soon as I found out it was a game that I never heard of, I couldn't get that in my collection quick enough. Ricky Jones, I'm so glad I didn't go in now. Yeah, you dodged a bullet there. I said, Ricky, come in, like, you know. Ricky, you would have been like an anorexic Ethiopian, you know, like from those adverts you used to see back in the day where everyone's like skeletons. Well, yeah, you would have been considered one of them in there, like, do you know what I mean? There were some big boys in there, let me tell you, and women. I'm sure I saw Jabba the Hutt walking down holding hands with E. Honda and an air balloon with a face on it. Do you know what I mean? I love Comic Con. That's what I was seeing. Right, so yeah, that's my online pickups. I'm probably going to order, because I saved at least 50, 60 quid by not spending it with that artist, you know. So I might treat myself to something else. So yeah, I went to CEX. I picked up a Vita game. I picked up a PS3 game and a Master System game. So it's always a good day when you get a Master System game. Bring that Wookiee to me. Yeah, innit? I think it was someone dressed up as a Wookiee, actually. But I think the Jabba the Hutt, she was not a cosplay. It was actually the original Jabba the Hutt, you know. Okay, so another game, I had no idea, never heard of this game, but when I was doing my usual checks on Swansea stock, Freedom Wars came up. And I thought, oh my god, is that a sequel to an amazing hidden gem, Freedom Fighters? You've all heard of Freedom Fighters. I think I've got 3 versions of it. It came out in the GameCube, Xbox, and PS2. Amazing game. The only criticism of it, it's a little bit too short. I'd like it to be about 2, maybe 3 hours more, but maybe that's a compliment because it's so much fun. It doesn't get boring at all. The fun level's up here and it stays there right till the end, you know. Maybe you can say it's a nice short game. It doesn't outstay its welcome at all. You can do it in one sitting as well. I think I've done a playthrough of the whole game on my channel about a year ago. Did it in like 4 or 5 short videos, you know. So I thought, oh, is it a sequel to that? No, it's nothing to do with it. It's just got the word freedom in it. Totally different game. But I really liked what I saw. I think I clicked whatever, like I put Freedom Wars review. And I think it was a 2-3-year-old review. I don't know when. This obviously came out before that. So quite a not much older game. This is only £12 as well. And it looks like a first-person shooter. But they were saying, comparing it to like Monster Hunter as a first-person shooter. I was like, I'm definitely going to check that out. And for £12, that's a cheap-ass game for a Vita game, you know. And I'm trying to beef up my collection. I'm beefing up with quality games. I'm not just going in buying every cheap game. So I thought if I see that in there, I'm definitely picking that up. That was the first game I picked up. And I think someone, when I bought the God of War collection on the PS3, about a month, 6 weeks ago, when I was in Carmarthen CX, someone told me about this game, God of War, and Ascent. I can't say. There's some words I can't say. I got that. Yeah, really, really like the look of that. I've seen it loads of times. That was, I think, £10. This seems to be creeping up in price. I've looked at it quite a few times. I thought, yeah, I'll put it back. Maybe I'll get it one day. And maybe I was waiting for the price to come down, but the price has slowly been going the other way. So I thought, yeah, why not grab it today? It's got everything in it. It is CIB, and it's got a Last of Us demo on there as well. Ooh, The Last of Us. Never heard of that. So I'll check that out. I love God of War. I much prefer the older God of Wars compared to the newer ones. Maybe I need to go back to them. The first, there's 2 3D ones, isn't there? The one with boy. I didn't like it because I love this style, like the Devil May Cry style of gameplay more. But then it's done really well with the reviews. But I was back in when I was drinking a lot, so maybe I need to revisit the newer ones because there's 2 new ones out, isn't there? Yeah, maybe I'm missing out. God of War, great game, Pazman 90. Yes, it is. And the last game I picked up in CEX was Air Rescue on the Master System. And in CEX, like I'm on a Facebook group. It's, I think it's called CEX Retro Watch. So it's a really good group, okay? So people take photographs of like the retro section in CX all over the UK, and some people say, like for example, Shinobi X there's 2 available in the whole of the UK. One of them's in Swansea. So someone asks, does anyone know what condition is like a Shinobi X in Swansea? Can you let me know? So I'll be able to answer that. I'll say there's no manual. The disc is quite scratched, but the case is nice. It's kind of just like, it's a friendly group, you know, and if anyone's got questions on trading or has anyone ever tried to trade this in? What was any issues? And it's a really active group as well. So some CXs do a really nice like 2 bays of retro display. Swansea don't show it as much love. So these are like in the bottom corner, and they're not even like, you'll have Master System game, then Mega Drive, Master System, Mega Drive. So not even in the right. They're probably like, well, what came in the older stuff's at the back. The newer stuff, I would have at least expected the Mega Drive games to be together and the Master System games to be together. The reason I'm saying that is just on the side, they did have the stickers. Some CXs were going. I've even got stickers on the side. Because they got the big sticker on the front. So when it's stored like that, obviously you can't see the price. So like today, I haven't got internet on my phone, but I knew what the prices were anyway because I had screenshots on my phone. But this was very crisp. I don't know if you can see, the square grid. It stood out and it looked fake. It looked like a reprint. Now there was 4 games in total that they had in there. See if I can got it here. So they had Shadow of the Beast, which I've already got. They had Dick Tracy, Space Harrier, and Air Rescue. Okay. It didn't have a manual. The cartridge looks absolutely fine. But I said, can I have a look at Space Harrier? Dick Tracy, I was looking, I think I played it back in the day. Wasn't for me. So I went to look at this and Space Harrier. Fuck, should have seen the state on Space Harrier. I was questioning, was it a reprint? And it's not, definitely not a reprint. It's a very well looked after case, basically. So, yes, I was buying that. Space Harrier had the manual, but the manual was being used as toilet paper, basically. It was buzzing. And the case was because it was next to this, it was really faded. It made this look even more crisp. Like, it looked too good to be true. That's why I question, is it a reprint? But obviously it's not. It was just how bad the other one was, you know. Welcome. Oh, something's weird's gone on there. God of War, amazing game. Sorry, I saw something different came up on that screen and I'm not sure what was going on. Oh my God, I've been going for over an hour. I'm really sorry, guys. So yeah, that is the only game I picked up in CEX. Then I went to HMV. Avatar's still not out. I don't know when it's coming out. So I had a good look around there. Didn't pick anything up though. Then I went back to... I wasn't going to go in because we were only in there last week. Console Action. And it looks like his mother was in the... Where the comic shop was next door. His mother was in there lifting all shelves and stuff. So I'm not sure if he's expanding or moving. Because years ago, he used to be in the unit next door. So I don't know if he's moving in or what's going on. Or his mother's setting up a shop. I don't know. And he's very hit or miss. I had a couple of games in my hand. I was going to ask him, would he do a deal on Godzilla? His Godzilla on the PS4 is priced at 150. And CX in Swansea still got one in stock at 130. I know I will like that game because it's basically just for die-hard Godzilla fans. I just want to see the cutscene. I was trying to soak it all up. I know you could have bought it for £4 at one point, but it's super duper collectible, you know. Obviously I didn't buy it, but I was going to ask him. I had only a cheap PS4 game in my hand. I can't remember what it was. It was like a grid-based, like Civilization clone kind of game. And he was just so miserable. And his mother even came in and goes, "Oh, are you okay? What's the matter?" He was like as if, "Oh, my life's so terrible," kind of thing. And I was, I'll just put this back, sorry. And I just couldn't be bothered. So I went back to the train station. Nobody was in the mood to deal with me today. So on the way back to the train station, I thought, there's another shop that sells... I've never been there before, but it's every time I go in there, like today, there's someone blocking my way. There's another Comic Con sumo wrestler guy there. And today he was up on a step ladder, putting stuff up on a shelf. So I went to go in. I goes, "Hi, mate." And he came down the ladder. I thought he was going to let me past. Then he grabbed another load of stuff. I put it back. I said, never mind. Did a 180 and walked off to the train station. So that's everything I've picked up this week, guys. It is a bit of a bad one about Comic Con, but I could have spent a lot more. I could have caught a train from Cardiff, or it could have been like £20 on the train, or God knows how much it is from Bristol. So sorry guys if you came from further afield. But yeah, thank you, Ricky. Those everything you bought me was really, really cool. Very interesting stuff, you know. Yeah, I'm definitely going to get these up. I might put a bit of an Akira thing in my bedroom, you know. I don't know. But it's going to have to go somewhere because it's getting out of control in the games room, you know. Yeah, thanks for chilling out with me tonight, this evening, guys, or this afternoon. God, it's 5:10. Fucking hell, my day has flown by. Yeah, I think we'll cut it off there. Thank you ever so much for joining me. I'll check out the football scores now, actually. That's what to say. Sorry. That's the thing when you go live, when you have a brain fart, you're like, yeah, I'm still alive. Yeah, have a great weekend. I'll probably do another video tomorrow. I might do 2 videos tomorrow. I got nothing really planned tomorrow, other than just waiting on deliveries to come. Yeah, have a great weekend or a great week if I don't see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Love you. Bye.